It's 3:47 in the afternoon, and your 2-year-old is lying on the kitchen floor, screaming because you gave them the blue cup instead of the red one. You're standing there, groceries still in bags on the counter, feeling that familiar wave of exhaustion wash over you. Your chest tightens, your patience is gone, and in that moment, you wonder if you're failing as a mother. I see you, dear one. I've spent my life watching mothers navigate these storms, and I want you to know something. You are not broken, and neither is your child. What you're experiencing isn't a sign of failure, it's a signal. Your little one is trying to tell you something important, but they don't have the words yet. But what if I told you that there's a way to transform these daily battles into moments of connection? What if the very thing that's breaking your heart right now could become the pathway to the peaceful home you've been dreaming of? Stay with me, because what happened to one mother I knew will change how you see your child's tantrums forever. Her name was Emma, and 6 months ago, she was exactly where you are now. Every single day felt like survival mode. Her daughter Sophia, barely 2.5, would explode over the smallest things. The wrong spoon at breakfast, a broken cracker that didn't look perfect, a sock that felt funny against her little foot. Emma would find herself crying in the bathroom afterward, wondering what she was doing wrong, feeling like she was failing the person she loved most in the world. Emma's mornings started at 6 a.m. with Sophia's first meltdown of the day. It might be because Emma had opened the curtains before Sophia was ready, or because the cereal was poured before Sophia could see it happen. By 7 a.m., both mother and daughter were already emotionally depleted, and they hadn't even left the house yet. Breakfast was a battlefield. Sophia would refuse to eat if her toast was cut in squares instead of triangles, or if the milk was in the wrong cup, or if Emma had stirred the oatmeal clockwise instead of counterclockwise. Emma tried everything she could think of. She bought multiple sets of plates and cups in different colors. She let Sophia choose her breakfast the night before. She tried making everything fun with songs and games. Nothing worked. Getting dressed took an hour on good days, 2 hours on bad ones. Sophia would reject outfit after outfit, throwing clothes across the room, sobbing because the purple shirt looked at her wrong, or because the leggings had a tiny hole near the knee that only she could see. Emma found herself choosing battles, sometimes letting Sophia wear her pajamas to the grocery store just to avoid another breakdown. But the afternoons were the hardest. By 3 p.m., both Emma and Sophia were running on empty. This was when the tantrums reached their peak intensity. Sophia would melt down because a cloud covered the sun, because her stuffed animal fell off the couch, because the puzzle piece didn't fit the way she wanted it to. Emma would watch her beautiful, intelligent daughter transform into this tiny person consumed by rage and frustration, and she felt helpless. "I love my daughter so much," Emma told me through tears when we first met, "but I don't know how to help her. I don't know how to help myself. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells all day, trying to prevent the next explosion. And when it happens anyway, I feel like such a failure." Emma described feeling like she was living in a war zone. She developed anxiety around simple daily activities. Going to the store became a military operation, with backup snacks, extra clothes, and an escape plan. Playdates were torture because she never knew when Sophia would have a meltdown in front of other parents. Even bedtime, which should have been peaceful, often ended with both of them in tears. "I see other moms who seem to have it all figured out," Emma confided. "Their kids listen the first time. They don't scream in the grocery store. They eat what's put in front of them." I started to think there was something wrong with Sophia, or something wrong with me. Here's what Emma didn't know then, and what most mothers never learn. Tantrums aren't behavior problems to be fixed. They're not signs of a difficult child or a failing mother. They're communication attempts from a developing mind that's overwhelmed by a world designed entirely for adults. When I asked Emma to describe her home to me, she painted a picture that felt achingly familiar. Toys scattered everywhere because there was no designated place for them. Sophia's clothes chosen by Emma each morning because the closet was too high for little hands to reach. Meals served on adult-sized plates with adult utensils that were too big and too heavy. Books stored on high shelves where Sophia couldn't access them independently. A beautiful home that looked like childhood but felt like constant conflict because nothing was designed for the child who lived there. The kitchen cabinets were all locked with child-proof latches. The bathroom sink required a step stool that Sophia couldn't move by herself. Her art supplies were kept in Emma's bedroom closet to prevent messes. Every single thing Sophia wanted or needed throughout the day required asking an adult for help. She couldn't get her own water when she was thirsty. She couldn't choose her own book when she wanted to read. She couldn't even reach the light switches to illuminate her own space. Emma, I said gently, what if I told you that Sophia isn't trying to make your life difficult? What if she's actually asking you to help her feel safe and capable in her own home? What if every tantrum is her way of saying I want to do things for myself, but I can't, and it's breaking my heart? That's when I introduced Emma to something that changes everything. The prepared environment. But this isn't about creating a perfect Pinterest-worthy playroom or buying expensive Montessori materials. It's about understanding that your child's brain is naturally wired to seek order, independence, and meaningful work. When they can't find these things in their environment, when they feel powerless and dependent on adults for every small need, they fall apart. We started with the simplest change. Emma lowered just 3 plates to a shelf that Sophia could reach independently. Not the entire dish set. Just 3 child-sized plates on the lowest shelf in the kitchen. Beside them, she placed a small glass pitcher filled with water and a tiny cup that fit perfectly in Sophia's hands. The transformation was immediate and profound. Within hours of making this small change, Sophia began setting her own place at the table. She would carefully carry her plate to her spot, concentrating deeply on not dropping it. Then she would return for the pitcher, pouring her own water with the focused attention of a surgeon. Sometimes she spilled, always she was learning. The battles over mealtime began to fade, replaced by a quiet pride as Sophia took ownership of this small part of her day. She's different, Emma whispered to me a week later, her voice filled with wonder, calmer, more focused, like she's been waiting for this her whole life. But the real transformation came when Emma understood the second principle, respect for the child's natural rhythm. Instead of rushing Sophia through her morning routine, Emma began waking up just 15 minutes earlier. She sat quietly beside her daughter as Sophia slowly chose her clothes, fumbled with buttons, struggled with socks. Emma's every instinct was to help, to speed things up, to take over and do it herself. Instead, she learned the profound art of waiting. Those 15 extra minutes in the morning gave them 2 hours of peace for the rest of the day. You see, when a child feels constantly rushed, when decisions are made for them throughout the day, when they can't do things for themselves, anxiety builds like pressure in a pot. The tantrum isn't really about the blue cup or the broken cracker. It's about powerlessness. It's about feeling small and helpless in a big world where nothing fits their hands, their height, their deep need for order and control over their own experience. Emma learned to see Sophia's world through her daughter's eyes. She got down on her hands and knees and looked at their home from Sophia's height. She realized that from down there, the world looked chaotic and inaccessible. Sophia couldn't see what was on the counters. She couldn't reach anything she needed. She was completely dependent on adults for every single thing, all day long. So Emma made more changes. Slowly and thoughtfully, she created a low shelf in the living room with just a few carefully chosen activities, a basket of books that Sophia could reach and carry, a puzzle with large, manageable pieces, a small broom and dustpan that actually worked for cleaning up spills. Each item had its own specific place, and Sophia learned where everything belonged. The impact was remarkable. Sophia began choosing activities independently, working with them for longer periods, and putting them away when she was finished. The scattered toy chaos that had defined their living space transformed into calm, purposeful activity. But perhaps the most powerful change came when Emma learned to see tantrums not as behavior to eliminate, but as information to understand. When Sophia dissolved into tears because her sandwich was cut in triangles instead of squares. Instead of saying it doesn't matter or stop being silly, Emma knelt down to her daughter's level. "You wanted squares today," she said simply, her voice calm and accepting. "You're disappointed that it's triangles instead." Something magical happens when you name a child's feeling without trying to fix it, change it, or rush them past it. You validate their inner experience. You show them that their emotions matter, that they make sense, that they're not wrong for having them. Sophia's tears slowed. She took a shaky breath. She nodded, and in that moment, Emma learned that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is witness your child's emotions without making them wrong for having them. Over the following weeks, Emma continued making small but significant changes. She noticed that Sophia always struggled with transitions from one activity to another, so Emma began giving gentle warnings. "In 5 minutes, we'll clean up the blocks and have lunch. Then, after a few minutes, into minutes, it will be time to put the blocks away. Finally, now it's time to clean up together." The screaming protests over transitions melted away when Sophia knew what was coming next. Her little brain could prepare for the change instead of being shocked by it. Emma also created what I call yes spaces throughout their home. Areas where Sophia could explore and touch and investigate without constantly hearing no or "don't touch that." A low drawer in the kitchen filled with wooden spoons and metal bowls that Sophia could bang and stack and explore. A shelf in the bathroom with her own small washcloth, soap, and toothbrush at her height. These weren't expensive additions to their home, but they were revolutionary for Sophia's sense of belonging and capability. The tantrums didn't disappear overnight. There were still difficult moments, still tears, still frustrations, but now there was context. Now there was understanding. When Sophia melted down because her tower of blocks fell over, Emma could see that her daughter wasn't being dramatic. She was genuinely devastated by the collapse of something she had worked so hard to create. Instead of dismissing the emotion, Emma learned to honor it. "Your tower fell down," Emma would say, sitting beside her crying daughter. "You worked so hard on that. You're sad it's broken." And gradually, Sophia learned that her feelings were valid, that disappointment was part of life, and that she could rebuild, try again, keep going. By the 3rd month, Emma's entire experience of motherhood had transformed, not because there were no more big emotions. There were still tears, still frustrations, still challenging moments, but now there was a rhythm to their days. There was respect flowing both ways. Sophia felt capable and heard, and Emma felt like she was parenting with purpose instead of just reacting to crisis after crisis. "I feel like I have my daughter back," Emma told me, her eyes bright with relief and joy. "But more than that, I feel like I have myself back. I'm not walking on eggshells anymore. I'm not dreading each day. We work together now instead of fighting against each other." The most beautiful part of Emma's story is what happened to their relationship. Instead of feeling like adversaries, they became teammates. Sophia began helping with real household tasks because she had the tools and opportunity to contribute meaningfully. She would help Emma prepare snacks, carefully washing strawberries in her own small bowl. She would water plants with her own child-sized watering can. She would set the table with plates she could manage and utensils designed for her hands. These weren't busy work activities designed to keep Sophia occupied. They were real contributions to their family life, meaningful work that made Sophia feel valuable and needed. And when a child feels valuable and needed, when they know they can contribute and succeed, the desperation that drives tantrums begins to fade. Emma also discovered something that surprised her. When Sophia's environment supported her independence and capability, she actually became more cooperative, not less. When children can meet their own basic needs, when they have some control over their daily experience, when they feel heard and understood, they naturally want to connect and collaborate with the adults they love. But perhaps the most profound change was in how Emma saw her role as a mother. Instead of feeling like she had to control Sophia's behavior, manage her emotions, and fix every problem. Emma learned to be a guide and observer. She learned to prepare Sophia's environment thoughtfully, then step back and watch her daughter's natural capabilities unfold. I used to think good parenting meant preventing problems before they happened, Emma reflected. Now I understand that good parenting means preparing my child to handle problems when they arise. The truth is, when we create an environment where children can be successful, where they can meet their own needs, where they feel heard and understood, tantrums naturally decrease. Not because we've controlled the behavior, but because we've addressed the deep human need underneath it, the need to feel capable, autonomous, and valued. Your child isn't giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time navigating a world that was designed for them. And the solution isn't found in managing their emotions or controlling their behavior, but in creating the conditions where they can manage their own emotions, meet their own needs, and feel genuinely capable in their own space. This transformation doesn't require a complete home renovation or expensive materials. It starts with seeing your home through your child's eyes and making small, thoughtful changes that honor their need for independence and order. This week, I want you to try 3 simple but powerful things. First, lower something your child uses every day to their level. It might be a cup and a small pitcher of water. It might be their clothes for tomorrow hung where they can reach them. It might be a basket of books they can access independently. Choose one thing and give your child ownership of it. Second, slow down one part of your daily routine. Give yourself and your child the gift of unhurried time. Whether it's getting dressed in the morning, eating breakfast together, or cleaning up toys before bed, resist the urge to rush. Breathe deeply. Wait patiently. Watch your child's confidence grow in that spacious moment. Third, the next time your little one has big emotions, resist the impulse to fix, distract, or dismiss. Instead, get down to their level, look into their eyes, and simply name what you see. You're frustrated the puzzle piece won't fit. You're disappointed it's time to leave the park. You're angry about the broken cookie. Don't try to make the feeling go away. Just witness it with compassion. These aren't quick fixes, they're seeds of deep transformation. Some days will still be challenging. Some moments will still test every ounce of patience you have, but gradually, like the sun rising slowly over the horizon, you'll notice something fundamental shifting in your home. Your child will stand a little taller, move with more purpose, approach challenges with growing confidence. The emotional storms will be shorter and less intense. The peaceful moments between them will grow longer and deeper, and you'll find yourself breathing easier, smiling more, feeling genuinely excited about the time you spend together. You are not failing, precious mother. You are learning, growing, discovering just as your child is learning and growing and discovering. And in that mutual journey of becoming, in that dance of respect and understanding, there is such profound beauty. Your love has always been enough. Now you have the tools to let that love create the peaceful, joyful home you've been dreaming of. Tomorrow is always a new beginning, and I believe in you completely. Tell me in the comments what's been the hardest moment for you this week, and if this gave you even one moment of peace, subscribe. I'll be here, walking this path with you, reminding you that you are enough, your love is enough, and every small step toward understanding your child is a victory worth celebrating.